I'm back, and I'm back here with a story time video, because the last time I did a story time video on my channel, it got a lot of views. Loads of people were telling me how funny it was, how interesting it was, and loads of people have been telling me that I should do more. So I was sitting in bed the other day and I was thinking, I really want to do a story time video, but my memory is so bad. Like, anybody that knows me knows I have a terrible memory. Like, my memory is so bad that I don't remember half of the stuff that happened in my life, and I don't remember like stories in detail. So I'm gonna try and tell this story as best as I can. I hope I don't forget anything. Like, I really hope I don't forget anything. But basically, I'm gonna tell you guys the story of when I decided to do an AC. And if you know what an AC is, it's basically like some kind of fraudulent way to get money put into your account. So I was probably around 14. No, I wasn't even that old. I was in year 9. So I was around 14, 15 years old. And this is not long after my little brother had been born. And I was living at home with my mum. And I used to live in North London. So back when I was in year 7, I went out with this boy, and like, I really liked him. He was sweet and whatever. And we still ended up being quite good friends after. And our circle was quite close. Like, he's close to my best friend, and then like, so we all knew each other's friends. We used to play out together. Like, it was ends in it. Like, everybody, we was in the same ends. Like, we all knew each other. We went to local schools and whatever. So his best friend, I was friends with him as well. So this is back in BB times. So, you know, people, I don't know, if you're from London, if you're from North London, I assume it's a London thing. If it's not a London thing, maybe it's a young people thing, I don't know. But people will send broadcasts like, if you want to make peas, you want to make quick peas, holla, whatever, innit? So my mum was a single mum, she always has been, in it. So we didn't have a lot of money, and everybody used to have like nice things and stuff, and I never had like loads of nice things. Like, obviously my mum would get me what she could, but you know, like the things that were in style, like I didn't have that in it. Like, I didn't have the Ralphies, I didn't have the Pradas, I didn't, all these nice things, and my eyes were red in it. I was too red, I wanted all these nice designer things. I wanted to buy, I didn't even know what kind of things I wanted to buy. Like, I think at the time I was just thinking like, yeah, I'll go shopping, I'll buy clothes, buy new trainers, like I might even buy some weave. Like, that's what I was thinking in it. I was young and I was dumb. So I wanted all these nice things, but I didn't have money. Like, I was too young to work, and my mum didn't have money in abundance to give to me, because at the time, I think she was either working part-time or she wasn't working because my brother was still really young. So when I saw this message, like, make some quick peas, whatever, I was like, oh, okay. Obviously, I know the guys well, so it's not too booky. I'm thinking, it's not too booky. Like, I know him, it's cool. So I hollered at him. I was like, yeah, what are you saying for this peas? Like, what's good, innit? And he was like, oh, you know, obviously, basically, yeah, you just give me your bank card. He was like asking me if I've got online banking and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, yeah, sure, like, I'm down, let's do it. Like, I'm thinking, do you know what, you're my ex-boyfriend's best friend, like, we're in the same circle, like, me and him are still cool, me and you have always been cool, he's not gonna fuck me over in it. This is what I'm thinking, he's not gonna fuck me over, because if he does, like he wouldn't, in it. Like, I'm not young and naive, I'm thinking he's not gonna fuck me over in it. So obviously it happens. One day after school, I give him my bank card, and like, he comes to pick it up, because we went to school near each other. So like, one day I met him in Angel. If you know London, you know there, because I went to a school near there. Met him, gave him my bank card, and he was like, yeah, in like 3 days I'll give it back to you, the money will be in there. I was like, okay, cool. So then I think it was like 3 to 5 days, he said. So after 3 to 5 days, I messaged him. I was like, yo, what's good? You know my card, can I get it? Is it dropped? Rare. And he was like, have you set up your online banking? And I was like, no, because I can't do it, whatever. So then he was like, all right, cool, I'll talk to my guy and I'll find out what's happening. Now, anybody that knows about ACs or does ACs themselves knows that it's not, the person with the card is the smallest, most irrelevant person in the whole process. And I've only grown to know this as I've got older, and I have friends that do, like, that have done it as well, and I'm just older and wiser in it. So yeah, when the person with the card is the most irrelevant person in the whole process, no one even cares about them more time. So there was me and my little card, there was this guy, there was his cousin, then there was other people, then there was some other people, then there was the guy that worked in the bank, innit? So obviously it had to go for all these people before I could find out what was happening with my card. That's what I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy kickers because we was in school and my mum didn't buy me kickers. I didn't have money for kickers, and my dad, he wouldn't buy me kickers. I don't know what was wrong with my dad. I felt so deprived when I was in school because my dad would never buy me kickers, and everybody else had kickers. I felt so left out in it. Now I look back, it wasn't that deep, but I was hurt in it. So yeah, so he's telling me like, I don't know what's good. So then it must have been like 2 weeks later. He was like, all right, cool. I need you to meet me at Westfield. We'll withdraw the money and then done, innit? So then that morning I woke up really, really early and I told my mum I was going to Holloway, which was literally like 10 minutes from my house, to go and buy kickers. I wasn't going to Holloway. I was going to Westfield, which was on the other side, to go and meet this guy to get my money. So I woke up early in the morning. I got up, got ready, went out. I'm messaging him. He's taking long to reply. So then he puts me in contact with his cousin, and then I'm messaging his cousin, like, what's good? Is it still today? Yeah, where am I meeting you? He's telling me Westfield, Stratford. Then he's telling me Westfield, the other Westfield, which if you know London, Westfield, Stratford is this way and the other Westfield is that way. So I'm literally on my road outside my house, like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, I have no idea what I'm doing in it. And I've lied to my mum. I told her I'm going down the road. Like, ideally, I should be back within an hour. Even if I'm pushing and I'm getting excited, I should be back within an hour. So then eventually, he calls me and he's like, yeah, I need you to meet me at Trafford 100. Trafford 100 is like 2 tubes and an overground train. Like, this is Essex. He's asking me to come to Essex, not London. Like, this is not London anymore. Like, I don't even know how to get there. So I'm Googling it, trying to find out how to get there. Like, my ex's friend is supposed to be meeting me in King's Cross, and we're meant to be going there together. I get to King's Cross, and they're rushing me as well, you know, like, they're saying, hurry up, you need to hurry up and get here. Even though you've just changed the place I'm meant to be going to like 3 times. I get to King's Cross, and my ex's friend is nowhere to be seen. I'm calling him, his phone is off. His phone's doing, the person you called is currently unavailable. Boop, boop, boop. Like, all of these booky noises. Like, my guy is not contactable. BBM, I'm getting no delivery, like, nothing. I'm texting him, no replies. So he's off the radar right now. His cousin's the one that's basically telling me what I need to do. Anyway, so I topped up my oyster. I didn't have any money as well. Like, I'm gassed. Today's the day I'm going to get my peas. So I'm thinking it's cool. It doesn't matter how much money I have to spend in it. So I've topped up my oyster. I've got on my 2 tubes and my train. I've got out at Trafford 100. I'm 14 or 15 years old in Essex. I don't know anybody here. Oh my Jack Jones. I'm standing outside the station and I don't know who I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for some random... So I'm on the phone to him. I'm like, I'm here. What should I do? He was like, just wait there. Somebody's going to come in a car to come and pick you up. A car pulls up. 2 black, freshy, AF men. I don't even know what country they was from. They tell me, get in the car. I'm shook. I get in the car. So I'm in the car now. They give me back my card. They're like, yeah, we're just going to take you to the bank so you can go and withdraw the money. So I'm pissing myself. I'm so scared right now. I'm in a car with these 2 freshy African men. We're driving around and they're not speaking English. Like, they're speaking in their own language. I'm sat in the back of the car. There's passports everywhere, bank cards, like card machines. They're all just scattered on the back seat. And I think only my best friend knows how scared I was because I was messaging her on BBM. They're there talking in their language, talking. They went to the petrol station, got petrol, charged it on my card. So then we're driving probably for like an hour in it to like some far village in Essex. They're telling me stories that I need to tell them. Like, tell them that your grandma put 10k in your account and you need to take it out. So I went in the bank. I'm shaking. I was so scared. So I go in the bank now. I go to them. I'm like, yeah, can I take out 10 grand? I'm 15. I'm a 15-year-old black girl in a white Essex village taking out £10,000. So I take the money out. I put it in. I shove it all in an envelope, and I put it in my bag. I walk out and they're outside the bank waiting for me. So I get back in the car and they're like, okay, yeah, we're just going to drop you somewhere so you can catch the bus. So you can go home. They was like, give us the money. I was like, give you the money. But I didn't say anything because I was so scared. Like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to get home. I don't know. I'm shook in it. And there's these two AF men. So I just gave them the money. They took out £40, gave me £40, and then drove me to some other faraway station and then dropped me off so I could give us back your card. We're going to put more money in there and then we'll see you again next week to collect it. I was so shook. Like, I just gave them my card, got out of the car, and I went home. I went home with not enough money to buy kickers, no kickers, and I can't even remember what I told my mum. Weeks after, like a week later, they hadn't contacted me to tell me they put more money in there. They hadn't contacted me to say they're giving me back my card. And these times now, my mum's asking me where's my card in it, because I think my mum or my dad used to put money in there for my, like, so I could buy food at school or whatever, because we had like a thing where you would like to top up your like lunch card for the week, and that's how you would eat. I didn't have my card. My mum was like, where's your card? And I was like, I've lost it. So she was like, if you've lost it, you need to report it stolen. But obviously, I'm stalling to report it stolen because they're meant to be putting more money in my account, in it, and they're meant to be giving me my card. I was told I was going to get £500 at least, maybe £1,000. These people have already made £10,000 off me and given me £20 as an insult. So then I'm stalling to report my card stolen. So then eventually my mum starts getting suspicious, so she must have said something to my dad. In the midst of all of this, I was just moving bad breed anyways, because I wasn't bad at school. I was good at school, but after school we would always go into Angel, and I had friends that were like the class A thieves. They would go and ransack the whole of Angel. I'd come home with new bag, new clothes, Pret-a-Manger, sweets from the American candy store. Like, so I was out, like, school finished at 3:15. I wasn't coming home till like 5-6 o'clock. So my mum was already thinking, like, this girl's moving reckless. She's moving booky about her card. I don't know. My mum was probably worried, innit? She said something to my dad, whatever. I'm getting letters in the post now saying, we suspect fraud has been done on your account. Banks calling me like every 3 days. My mum's asking me, have you not cancelled your card? Why are the bank sending you letters? So then eventually, now, I must have told my mum what happened. But I said to her, like, Mum, I gave this guy my card and he said he was going to put money in my account. And I didn't tell her the whole story. I basically told her there was a guy who was going to put money in my account and that's where my card is. My mum went nuts. She's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Are you stupid? You're a fool. Like, what do you mean he's going to put money in your account? How do you know? She hit the roof and the first thing she does is call my dad. I remember it was one morning before school. She called my dad and she was like, this ain't your child. My dad's come, picked me up. My dad is a teacher. So he's come before school. He's picked me up, told me to get in the car. It was the most silent journey I've ever experienced in my whole entire life. And he has driven me to school with him. That day, I sat in his classroom for the whole entire day. No one was allowed to talk to me. I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. And I think I missed like 2 days of school because of this stupid thing that I did that I didn't tell my parents. So after school, my dad took me to the bank and he made me tell the people at the bank everything that happened, tell them whatever happened to my account. They shut down my account. So they closed my account. Any money I had in there before, they took with them, and any money that they put in there, I wasn't allowed to take either. Straight from the bank, we then went to the police station, because my parents are law-abiding citizens, innit? Like, I have to give them that. They're very, they're law-abiding citizens, God-fearing people. So they're thinking, we're just covering our backs here because we don't want the police to come knocking at the door, innit? So then my dad takes me to the police station. He tells me basically I have to snitch on everybody who I spoke to, who took my card, who was involved in everything. I think they must have threatened me that I was going to, like, go and I have to spend the night in cells or something like that. Like, my dad was moving mad reckless with the threats, innit? So obviously I was scared, but, I'm not from the hood, but, like, we don't snitch. Like, I'm a child that kind of grew up with road people, innit? So we don't snitch under any circumstances. So I told them, like, the minimum to get away with it and whatever. And they basically let me off because I must have snitched on myself. They basically let me off and I was cool. The only thing is I couldn't bank with that bank again. I don't know if I could go and open an account there now, but for the longest time I couldn't bank with them. I couldn't open another bank account. Like, it was just mad. So then the next day, my dad took me to work again. My uncle used to work at the same school as my dad. So I remember sitting at lunch with my dad and my uncle because I wasn't allowed to go to school. And my dad made me tell him everything, like made me tell him things I didn't tell my mum about it. So like going to with the men to go and take the money out of my account. He was like, you're a stupid fool. What's wrong with you? You're an idiot. So you want to go and get money. Why didn't you tell me? We could have finessed all of them together. And I'm sitting there like, what do you mean we could have finessed? You would have finessed them with me, Dad? Like, Dad, no, Dad. You just took me to the police station yesterday. Now you're saying we should have finessed them together? My dad insulted me into the ground. He wasn't playing with his words. Like, he was not messing about. He said, you're stupid, you're a fool, you're an idiot. Look at you, now you've got no money, you're broke. What did you think you was doing? Like, so you want to go and do fraud? You think you're a fraud girl? She's like, did you not know that people go to jail for this? And everything. Like, him and my uncle just mugged. They sat at the lunch table, literally just mugging me for the whole of the lunch break. Like, it was so sad. But not long after that, I ended up not even living with my mum anymore. I ended up living with my dad. But that is another story for another day. Trust me. That's the story of when I did ACs. And I never got a penny except from that £20 that they gave me. And I never saw those men again. And to this day, I don't really speak to the boy that hooked me up. Because that's the shadiest fuck. Like, I don't know why he did that and why he just went MIA and didn't say anything. Why on the day when I was meant to go meet these guys, he never came with me. Like, I don't think I ever got an explanation for that. And it's just sad and it's scary. Like, when I look back at it, number one, I was the biggest fool going. Like, and it's so sad and scary. Like, I think them men could have done anything to me. Like, they didn't know me. I didn't know them. I didn't know what they were capable of. All I know is that these guys were in deep with some fraudulent activity, because I saw some fraudulent things in that car that day. Like, I am lucky that I was able to walk away from that situation untouched and just all in one piece in it. Like, I do not recommend that anybody tries to do an AC, okay? You're not important if you give the person your card. You're not important. They don't care about you. And the amount of money that you see in your account is not the amount of money that you'll be collecting at the end of it. Like, seriously, it's really, really not worth it. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, if you're wise, you won't do ACs. Seriously, you really, really, really won't. If you love yourself and you want to have a good credit score and you want to be able to bank with your bank, you really will not do an AC. And I've never done it again since, and I will never, ever do it again. But yes, anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, just me sharing another personal experience of mine. If you like these storytime videos, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when I upload another video, you can hit the subscribe button down below. I did a get ready with me, so if you want to see how I did this makeup look, I'll leave it down below in the description box, as to a link where how I did my eyebrows and whatnot. Yes, if you're new to my channel, if this is the first time that you are seeing my channel, I do makeup and beauty videos. So yeah, and I also leave a link down below to the last story time I did, which was the first time I ever got a bikini wax and a woman ripped off my skin. It was not funny. Anyways guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Slid up in the DMs out of interest. Dark skin sister, no incest. Ask what her age, yeah, I shouldn't ask her age, but I'm looking for a queen and not a princess. Yes, now we're sitting up in my room. I'm all looking for a beat like it was my tune. Now she wanna do Insta, she wanna do selfie, she wanna do Snapchat. This can't be healthy. Told her you could put your phone down, baby. This ain't for the internet. Light slow or scatto to get into it before we're intimate. You know that this ain't for the song, ain't for the gram, ain't for the ears. It's for the long night we spend in here. This ain't for the internet.